Right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, as you can see. It's not good afternoon, it's good evening, you see. It's dark out there. Isn't it? Right, I'm just doing this one because we've got these beers here in the fridge. The Hoegaarden's been here a while. This is, as I had to get Michelle to check the label because I can't read it properly. This was actually imported from Belgium, hence why you're paying over £4 English money for this, over 22 ringgit, I think. A Kronenbourg, one that's become a favourite here, you're paying £2 something. That being 330ml, that being 325, so they're pretty much for much. But obviously that's a lot higher in price because that's from Belgium. This one is brewed in Asia. So, and we did notice yesterday when I did this being 5%, the Kronenbourg, the Hoegaarden being 4.9% ABV, so pretty much for much again. But we did notice that the can was, in our opinion anyway, way ahead of the bottle. And I did do one of these in Singapore, so be it. It was that long ago now, it was about 6 weeks ago, when the Hoegaarden, I think it was brewed in Belgium, that one, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I think it was, yeah.
I'm not sure, but it probably was, against the Kronenbourg. And we hadn't really got used to the citrus, had we?
It was really citrusy.
Yeah. And it didn't work, if you see what I mean. Right, obviously I don't have a Hoegaarden glass here, so we'll go in on that one. Oh, let's get the end bit. Oh yeah, you can smell the citrus element off this. Oh, so there is your Hoegaarden, nice and cloudy as you'd expect. Nice finger and a half thick head. The Kronenbourg hasn't done too well with the head this time. Must be that time element of me pouring it. Must be my fault in a way. I'm definitely going to miss this when I go home. We're hoping to take a few back to mess about with at home, but obviously we can't take the bottles because they'll probably break on the way home. And as we decided, the bottles are better than the cans. But then I'll take either. I'm not that fussed. It's just, it was more citrusy, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely had more citrus to it.
Here, straight away. The difference is here, you get that orange peel, as they've always said, isn't it? You do get more of a coriander on the Hoegaarden than you do the Kronenbourg. You see, it's not standing up against it. It doesn't feel like it, you know, in the bottle.
Really?
It just seems like there's so much more depth to the Hoegaarden. It really does. I don't know, you may pick something different up, but for me, it just seems, it just makes it like, yeah, as soon as you taste it, there's much more in the taste with the Blanc than there is the bottle, because it just doesn't come out with so much as it's interesting. Very interesting. So the patient's here in the background resting, but she's getting better and stronger every day. If any of you watch our Facebook or anything we've said, we got her fit to fly and everything, but it's just a waiting game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously we went out and had a curry earlier, didn't we? And
That was very nice, yeah.
but we're not going too far because we don't want to do anything messed up, do we?
Yeah.
So that's a bit boring, kind of sat here, especially when the TV only 3 channels work. I mean, she's all right. She's doing her Dr. Dots on the phone and reading her book. I'm sort of sat here thinking, what do I do now? It's like, I kind of get a bit bored and then I get annoying. So then she sends me out to get something or another to occupy my mind, don't you? Right,
Indeed.
Anyway, getting back to this. I couldn't say they're similar because they're probably not. Kronenbourg does taste more citrusy, but it's nothing, I don't think, you know, if you put an orange in it like we do with our Hoegaarden. I still feel there's more of a, you know, like your coriander. There's more depth to the Hoegaarden. I mean, you try. I can't say that it's not. And I've been really enjoying this in the bottle, haven't we?
Yep.
I've got more and more into it on draft, on bottles. Yeah, I don't mind the cans. I just don't think that the can stands up to the bottle, as we did if you check on the last video on that. But to be honest, I just feel that it's probably where we've been Hoegaarden fans for how many years?
It is a particularly good drink. You've got the coriander there, which really balances off the kind of fruitiness with a herbal feel to it.
It's just the Blanc. I always thought, as I say, when we did the cans, didn't we, in Singapore? Obviously, that was weeks ago now. If you go back on that, this is closer than it was then, because obviously our taste buds have changed. Because obviously we've been here in Asia, but nearly 6 weeks now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But I still think the Hoegaarden beats it personally. They're not as similar when you put them together as what I thought, but you know, they're both great drinks, but they're just not, like, you're not going to blind test it because it's obvious. There's a total distinctive taste in the Hoegaarden that you haven't got in the Blanc. And when you put the Blanc up against the Hoegaarden, it's not as good as it is without it. But it's certainly not bad. I must admit, the more you're drinking each one, the more they're getting similar, but I still think the Hoegaarden's better. Anyway, what can I say? I'm running out unless we go out anywhere, which we're trying not to go too far, as I said, so that Michelle don't get too many problems. And we've run out of beers to review here, haven't I?
Yeah, it's getting a bit sparse now.
Yeah, it's, there is a rank old skull in one of the shops that I keep thinking, it's about a 330ml can. It's about £2 or something. I'm thinking, can I do that? I don't know. We'll see on that one. Any suggestions or anything? Anyone watches? If anyone watches 8 minutes of me, probably not. But there you go. Any suggestions or anything? Let us know. I don't know, as I say, what day we're coming back at. We'll try and do a couple of pub ones when we've got a date at the end, innit?
Yeah.
But what can I say? Thanks for watching, and bonjour.